Happy March 1st, everybody. Hopefully everybody is having a good hump day and all that good stuff. I only go once a month, so don't get to pop on and say hello to people all that often, but excited that it's the first Wednesday of the month. Definitely had like a few ideas for what I could have done today. And like after making this thumbnail and posting it and everything, I thought of something better, but I'm gonna make that a video instead. So that'll be fun. Let me go ahead and say hello to the people that are here. So I see Kilko is here. What's up, buddy? How's it going? And just let me know if I'm having any audio issues or anything like that. So you never know. And then Christine Vasco, my buddy. Cheers, sipping some Knob Creek and working on my Lego space shuttle. So I saw this beforehand and got excited because actually I haven't done it yet, but a little while ago, a friend from work brought me a totally random present. And it was like a Lego set. So I grabbed it because I saw your comment just before the stream started. It's a Lego set, but like of like women in science. And so like one of them is like with a beaker and a lab coat and everything. So like more my type of science. And then there's like archaeology and a astronomer, I guess. But it's just so cool and I can't wait to like put this together. So we're both on the Lego train right now, Christine. Some people are starting to pop in, roll in, cool. Hey, how's it going? The Cigar Life with Leo. I don't think I've seen you here before, so welcome. Unless maybe you just changed your name. I don't know. But welcome. So what's up, Scott from Fifth Quarter Tailgate? How's it going? Mike Cullerton, hello. I see you in the Dungeons and Dram chats and on the Discord and everything. We have a lot of fun over there. So I've actually just been binging a different D&D podcast like all day today. So, weirdly, I don't really listen to ours as much because I don't like my voice. What's up, Terrence Walker? How you doing? Cheers. Have a little Knob Creek sip to that. Thank you, Kyoko. I never know if, sometimes like something's just like slightly pulled out or whatever. This audio setup seems to be working though. I've been using it for D&D and it's working well. So, hey, Doug, how's it going? Taste and Sensibility. Tater Dom. I had to like squint and see if it said Dam or Dom. I have seen you around though before. How's it going? Hey, Chris S. I'm sure you'll be hanging out some on Women of Whiskeys later tonight. So after me, Mash and Drum is going on, doing some Map Madness training. And then after that, Women of Whiskeys is going on. One half of it, Michelle just got back from Kentucky, so I think they're going to be going through her haul in the trip. I know she got to see a lot of people from Whiskey Tube during it, so, and they'll of course be doing giveaways. What's up, Science, right? I love that set. I'm so excited. Nice. I'm going to add that to my Lego. I'm like looking over just to make sure it really is like Lego brand. Yeah, it is. It says Research Institute at the bottom. But I just love that it's all three like women in science, which is just super cool. So it's like, between this and like Encanto, I'm like, where was this when I was a little kid? It was fine. I just played with Ninja Turtles and X-Men. Hey, Biking Bourbon, how's it going, buddy? A fellow Knob Creek fan. Nimrax, how you doing? Just getting my hellos in. Okay, cool. Good. Thank you. Love your hiking videos. My wife loves lavender whiskey. Lavender whiskey. I did not know lavender whiskey was a thing. Now I wish I had, because that would have been a cool one to have today. Is it like flavored whiskey, like where it's mixed with lavender oil or something? I could see that being really good in a cocktail. So love the Christmas. Oh, but also thank you so much. I don't know that I've seen you in chats before, so awesome you could make it. Thanks. I'm one of the main reasons I'm excited that it's like springtime, even though it's not. It snowed today and it's really cold, but I'm just trying to pretend because this month it technically becomes spring, is more hiking. less avalanches. So I can't wait to get back out on the trail and film some new videos. I do have some new bottles I really want to take out on the trail. It's just been difficult. So love the Christmas special episode. Thank you. Actually, I thought it was funny when I was setting this up, because normally this isn't my background for live streams, but I kind of wanted my plants in it to make it like springtime. I don't have flowers. I'm not really a flower person, but I like my few plants that I got to live through COVID, through the pandemic. But I realized I still have my No-Po bar sign up, which is from the Christmas movie, Hallmark Christmas movie thing that I did, which was just so much fun. I can't wait to do another one next year, or later this year, I guess. So, what's up, Kathy Jo? Hey, soul sister. She and I are like twins on everything. It is awesome. Okay. Oh, wow. And Scott already found that Lego set. That was impressive. Yeah, 21110 is the one. Wow, that was impressive. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't put it together yet, but I'm excited. Info, yeah, thank you. What's up, MC? How you doing? I really tried to like look up stuff for this stream, like interesting facts about spring, which I've got like some tabs pulled open, but I don't know if they're that interesting. Or like anything to do with whiskey in spring, and I couldn't really find anything. So it's mainly just going to be sipping through some whiskeys that have been identified as having more of like a floral note to them, as opposed to, you know, my normal Knob Creek, which has more of that peanutty sort of note and sweetness, you know, or anything else. So, and I'm kind of curious about your, what is this? My Google Foo is great. Google Foo? What is the foo part? But yes, Googling is basically my job. That is all I do. So cheers, Mark Mace. I don't know if I actually just said that or not. But yeah, some floral whiskeys today. I'm wondering what y'all's preferences are, if y'all tend to enjoy more floral whiskeys. And if you do, does it tend to be ryes? Because, you know, just in trying to think of some, I couldn't really think of many. And I asked my Patreon also, and the thing that most commonly comes to everybody's mind as far as bourbons is Four Roses. But, like, not a lot of standard bourbons, at least, have that floral profile, I feel like. But I feel like that does come more in ryes. And so I started, like, Googling for ones. And everything I came up with, you know, they would say, like, oh, if you like floral notes, you know, you should look for ryes. So it makes sense to me that I don't really like floral notes normally. You know, there's a couple of bourbons, and I've got a couple here with me, that I do like it, but I don't know, it can become perfumey really fast, and I really don't like that about the whole floral thing. So kind of curious other people's, oh, this is y'all just chatting together. Yes, exactly, Kathy Jo. We are twins on everything except for our height and our skin tone. Yeah, there we differ greatly. And our hair types. She's got like gorgeous straight red and blonde hair. And she's got like really long hair. And my hair will not grow longer than this. It refuses. And it's quite curly. And purple at the moment. Which I actually just refreshed a little bit today because I've got a conference coming up and I wanted to make sure it's proper purple, not faded purple. So, hey, Fancy Franchi, what's up? Boundary Oak Distillery in Bardstown makes lavender whiskey. She got some when we stayed harvest host guest at the distillery. Oh, Boundary Oak. That is cool. So does she drink it neat, or does she mainly use it for cocktails? Like, is it kind of intended to be drank neat? Has anybody else ever heard of lavender whiskey? I'm just like really curious now how that works. Oh, yeah, that would explain. You love, Chris SBWE loves Willet Rye, which certainly has a floral and that like strong dill note. Willet Rye, not one of my favorites. So does that mean you tend to like, and I might have missed it, you tend to like more floral whiskeys in general? I also don't, I've like drank Willet Rye only a couple of times. You know, I tend not to drink ryes regularly. So remembering all their particular notes isn't my strong suit. More just, does it taste very strongly of a rye, and whether it's like a minty type or herbal or dill kind of thing. Only really like it in four. Yeah, so I feel like Four Roses single barrel are the ones where it really comes to shine. So I definitely have two Four Roses here. We don't get the, actually, we don't get much Four Roses in Utah, but we don't get the picks. So I have the Four Roses single barrel, but the one that's 100 proof, that's not like where it lists the mash bill and yeast strain, you know, OESB or whatever. So I have that. And actually, that's like one of Nick's absolute favorites, and one I definitely really enjoy also. But as it's like one of his favorites, he drinks most of it in this household. So, but I definitely have that here, which might be the first one I pour. Thank God I've got my Nom Creek here to get me through. Not a big floral fan, but maybe in rye. Yeah, I feel like, and I did look around to see if we had any Pikesville rye. It's the only rye I can kind of bear. I don't remember that it has a floral note, but it looks like we're out of it. So no luck on that. Tend to like most whiskeys, that's fair. Angel's Envy Rye is nice. So that one's real sweet. That one I wouldn't say you'd find at least much of a floral note, like maybe some other ryes. Yeah, I feel like floral might be more on, you know, your like standard scotches, like the not a peated scotch. The only scotches I like are peated. So it's not something I visit often enough, but that's definitely a note I feel like I hear much more often when people are talking about scotches or single malts. I like rye, but not floral rye. Okay, so you like it where the spice is very present and you're not getting much floral coming forward, sort of thing. Because I feel like on some of them, not necessarily like high rye ryes, maybe like more in the 70 percentile, I don't know. You do get that like kind of perfumey floral note, and I'm just not a fan. Some people have herbal and licorice. Yeah, I definitely get licorice on rye sometimes. Okay, so I'm gonna put the Four Roses single barrel in my, this is my like favorite normal size Glen, my Bubble Bath Bourbon Glen, because I just think that is such a great logo. It's so freaking cute. It's my go-to Glen. So just gonna pour half an ounce. I am tracking later for Women Whiskeys, so best to not get too crazy today. No promises if I really do drink all of this. Yes, definitely listen to Scott there. I'm like, where are my signs? I maybe should have cleaned off my desk more, but I don't like doing it. Listen to Scott and make sure you hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Definitely helps out the channel. And here's the old school sign. I like to keep both. So, but Shayla of Whiskey Central, aka Shayla Bot, made me this awesome one after seeing mine was a bit decrepit from being. So maybe my old one will be like my on the trail one, and this nice one should be my live stream one. That would be good. I will have all the Four Roses, please, and thank you. And I definitely have not had enough of Four Roses to, you know, be like, oh, I really like the OESV or the OESK. You know, like I have not had them enough to have any kind of preference. Mainly I've just had a couple pours over at my friend Adam's from Livewire. So, right. So gonna skip that. I'm gonna go to Nimrax. I only reach from Floral a few times a year when the flowers are in full bloom. To springtime. I mean, it's not really springtime yet. But mainly I wanted to give everybody a break from Matt Madness training streams. I'm doing Matt Madness March 10th, not this Friday, next Friday. I definitely need to do more Matt Madness training. But my last live was that. I feel like right now it's going to be all Matt Madness training live streams and Irish whiskey. So I wanted to come up with something a little bit different. So I was like, oh, March is spring, and I really want it to freaking get warm. So let me do this. What's up, Bourbon? I'm on. It's the first Wednesday of the month. Gotta make my appearance, come out of my little groundhog hole. I bet I have an unpeated scotch you may enjoy. I've had some that I like okay, but I will always prefer that barbecue-y note on the scotch that, I just love it. I got you. I mean, you know, I also don't need to be like hungover for work tomorrow or anything. I only see one thing showing up for long, but it's all flavored stuff. We're in the winter. Said fuck you. Yeah. Like, I'm very much over winter at this point, but nobody came here to talk about the weather unless it is about spring. So, and let me go ahead and mention the other bottles that I've got. So I've got the Four Roses single barrel. I also grabbed our Four Roses LE, which Nick managed to get. This is like our first time ever getting a hold of this. I've not had a lot of it, but like my first pour of it, I'll be totally honest, I actually didn't enjoy that much. It just kind of came off very rye forward. But then the next time I tried it, I did like it. But I've only had it those 2 times. So this will be my third go. What proof is that? Okay, about 109. And then we got Henry McKenna. Came up, I think in my Patreon. I asked my Patreon what whiskeys came off as floral to them. But also I did some Googling. And I know I saw Henry McKenna in a couple places. And Henry McKenna can be very hit or miss. So I wasn't even sure if we had a bottle or not. And then actually Scott, Fifth Quarter Tailgate, mentioned Old Scout. So I found that we did have a Old Scout pick bourbon that I think we won from Livewire that Nick has enjoyed more than me. And I have not liked it as much because it has a floral note. So I was glad you said that because I'd completely forgotten. I didn't even realize we still had it. And I'm pretty sure the reason I did not like it so much was it had a stronger floral note to me. So thank you so much, Paul Graham. That is greatly appreciated. We'll definitely go to the channel. That helps a lot. Thanks. Appreciate it. So just popped my Uncle Nearest Rye I got today. Oh, nice. There's a floral note mixed in with several other flavors, but not. Do you know what like sort of percentage that rye is? You know, if it's like closer to being a barely legal or if it's like a really strong rye. I wonder if it's like a lower level rye or like a 70th percentile rye kind of thing. And maybe that's allowing the floral to come through. Nimrex, I'm expecting you to show up to the next Matt Madness in full Chola gear. That would be hilarious. So if you don't watch Livewire, I did show up with my battle against Big Vic. I'm going to go ahead and pour the Four Roses LE. Woo! That was much. I'm just going to set these next to each other so that I'm basically pouring about the same amount. Oh, it's right next to the mic. Maybe you can hear it. Maybe I poured a little bit more. Hard to tell. But that was super fun. Vic and I like talked about it behind the scenes and agreed to both come on as cholos. So you can check that out. I'm sure the replay is there if you want to see me in full chola. I don't know that I'll do that for Matt Madness. Vic was the one who wanted to do it. So yeah, that was kind of my thought. Vic was the one who wanted to do it, and he's the one who's actually Mexican. I'm Puerto Rican, if you don't know. So I was like, okay, I'm cool to do it with a Mexican on with me. But, actually Kira, so I'm going against the Shelfter. It's the whiskeychannel.com, whose Glen I have here with the Four Roses LE in it now. So it'll be me against David and Kira, like each of them individually, which I'm like so excited and relieved about. And not relieved in that they're not competition, but relieved in that like I know them and I know I'll have like a ton of fun with them. So I don't have to be as nervous and like, you know, awkward. So super, super excited for that. Hey, Mark Vasco, how's it going? I am doing pretty good. Can't complain too much. Nervous about an upcoming conference. I've got So just like in constant anxiety mode on that. But otherwise, can't really complain. Ellie can be a bit punchy at first, nicer. Yeah, I could totally see that. That's 36% high rye. It's not floral, it's rye flavor. The, sorry, are we talking about the Uncle Nearest rye? Who was it that said they were having, that was Taste and Sensibility, I think. Or are you talking about like the Four Roses Ellie? So, it's cool. I appreciate it though. Totally cool. So, Four Roses 2022. Yeah, and that's what this one is, the 2022. So, excited to revisit this. The label says 100% rye, but it does not taste like it. Okay, interesting. And Uncle Nearest, is that in Tennessee? Or am I just thinking that... Why am I thinking that? I don't know. Is it in Tennessee? I wonder if it's like charcoal filtered or something, and that's like mellowing out, making it not seem as 100% right. I don't know. Anyways, I've got 2 Four Roses poured. I'm going to try those, and then I'll get into the Henry McKenna and the Old Scout. So, all right. This is the Four Roses single barrel. This is like regular single barrel, not fancy special single barrel. Fancy special, you know, which is basically y'all's normal. But we don't get the picks. So this is just the 100 proof. Doesn't have a mash bill on it. Or yeast strain. Smells good. I would say it's like, I don't visit Four Roses as often as anything else, to be honest. Yeah, I definitely get much more of that floral. And I don't know, for me, the floral note's kind of like hard to define. It seems a little weird to just say floral, because it seems like that could encompass like, you know, a wide array of flavors. But so it can be kind of like herbally, kind of perfumey, kind of like a tea sort of thing going on. Ooh, and I also wonder if tea drinkers tend to like floral whiskeys more, especially if they like herbal teas. I wonder. I don't know how to do that survey, but it'd be kind of interesting. I'm not a tea drinker either. It is Tennessee, but I don't know about their part. Gotcha. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. At least I was right that they were Tennessee. So I've never actually had any Uncle Nearest. Not sure if I've gotten a sample. I don't think so. Yeah, so then I was like, I stopped myself, Mark, because I was like, wait, is that the guy who's like associated with Jack Daniels and like, you know, taught him how to distill way back in the day? Or am I like combining stories and like showing like some implicit racial bias sort of thing and just combining every racial story into one? So, okay, that was accurate. He was that guy. Wasn't sure and didn't want to make an ass out of myself. So what's up, Richie Z? Thanks so much for showing up, buddy. Always awesome to see you. And I know Jeffrey Wack and Darrell Stewart and Kelsey Dime go on now on Wednesdays. So totally get if people are kind of like watching 2 things, have 2 tabs open, whatever kind of thing. But I do appreciate the support. And I actually was on theirs like about a month ago. And it was super fun. Once we'd already found out we were going to be doing qualifying rounds for Matt Madness. And as an update, for anybody who didn't know, I did pass my qualifying round. So I won my round in Matt Madness. So I am going, I'll be in the official first round of the bracket of Matt Madness on March 10th. I think 9 p.m. Eastern. I think he's doing it like an hour earlier than his normal time. Probably just to give it plenty of time. Super nervous, but super excited because I'm on with whiskeychannel.com and they're just super fun to hang out with. So even though this has that floral note, there is enough like caramel sweetness, honestly, to help round it out and make it not too medicinal. I think that's my other thing. I feel like the floral note can kind of go into this medicinal direction really fast. So, I don't know. But this one I do like. I have not revisited this in forever. Also, I don't know that my palate is like at 100%. Like, I'm always trying to gauge. I wish there was like an actual way to gauge. That's why I have my control bourbon, to see like exactly where my palate is that day. And it's just like, I feel like it's just kind of middle of the line, not like distinguishing things super well. But so sorry you get like the mediocre one live stream this month. I totally get that. The only way I'm able to do laundry is by watching, like to fold it, is by watching, you know, something on my tablet, Doctor Who or Star Trek or something. So dry week makes whiskey streams feel a bit, oh, yeah, I hear ya. I didn't realize you were doing a dry week. Yeah, it definitely makes it like if I'm having like a dry day or a couple day, whatever kind of thing, like I'll be fine unless I watch Whiskey Tube, and then I'm like, oh, that sounds good. Like, now I want to go pour some kind of thing. But if I'm not watching Whiskey Tube, like, doesn't bother me at all. Thank you so much, Richie Z. It was super fun. I was very excited. I was also very concerned because Bill from Whiskey Dictionary was in my round, and he is the DM for the Dungeons and Drams, which is the D&D and whiskey group that I'm a part of now. Which I really enjoy too. It's nerdy, but it's actually really fun and hilarious. And I was worried that if I beat him, he might kill off my little sidekick dog that I have in it. But so far, he is not. Thank goodness. What's up? Four Roses, great pour. Thank you. Cheers. Texas Gulf Coast. That's awesome. How's it going, Kenny Mule? Actually, now I'm going to go to the Four Roses LE. Let me hold that one up again, because it's just like so cool that we actually, I don't know how Nick does it. I really don't. This is all my husband. I don't know how he manages to get these, but we did get, and so it's like 110 proof, 109 proof. So let's try that out next with a little bit of water. Can you see the purple? It's so hard. It never picks it up well on here, but I swear a lot of my hair is purple. Very frustrating because I literally just redid it today, so I'm like, is it visible now? I actually put pink to help make it brighter. It's still purple. If you add pink to dark purple, you still get purple. What's up, everybody? Doop. When you get dragged to dinner at a place you really don't want to go, and ooh, for $13.50 for 2.5 ounce pours? Are you kidding? That is, you need to take us there when, whenever we do come visit. That is a killer deal. Where were we? Nick and I were out with Adam and his fiance, Adam from Livewire Whiskey, and Tio Joe, Old Man Joe, while he was in town, and they had stag pours for like $15. And I think it was like 1.5 ounces, maybe? Maybe not. Maybe it's only an ounce because it's Utah. They're not allowed to do. They're very, very particular. But still, like, it was a pretty good deal. I was 100% sold, so that's what Nick and I drank. Well, I had a really cool, fancy smoked cocktail where it comes out in a little glass thing and all the smoke comes. It was neat. I think I took a video, but didn't do anything with it. Poured Four Roses single barrel strength OESV Safeway store pick. The E is delicate fruit recipe. Ooh, is that your preferred, the OESV? Or like, do you have a particular favorite of those? I would love to, like, you know, eventually, you know, if we do end up getting to go to Kentucky maybe this year, maybe try and pick up a couple different Four Roses picks so I could actually get to know some of those different ones, because I've had it over at Adam's. I don't remember what it was. I think it was a K. I want to say it might have been OBSK. But I loved it, and I had a different one like the same night, and I know I really liked the K a lot. So, and I was surprised at how different they were. So I kind of thought it'd be more subtle than it actually is. Ooh, I was about to go into the Four Roses LE. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Even though it was a complete fluke, I ever got one at all. That's awesome you managed to get one, though. That is amazing. I don't know. I'm one of those, like, and you do this too, Kilko. Like, take your sweet time with a whiskey. So it's like, we got this one. We're both just, like, amazed we got it, and we'll just drink it every now and then. But it is available for samples for my Patreon giveaways, which I'm doing 2 of tonight. So at the end of the stream, I will randomize it twice and pick 2 winners for the Patreon giveaway, and y'all will be able to pick 4 samples from my collection. And so that includes like the Four Roses LE, the Stag Batch 18 that we just picked up a couple weeks ago, those kind of things. So like almost everything I own is on the table, and I would give away a bottle today, but we don't have any unopened bottles right now. So, so sample pack, but like, you know, almost everything in my collection is available to choose from. There's like 2 bottles that aren't, one because it's like a special bottle to the family, and the other one because it's got like an ounce left, and in reality I should just finish it, but I'm holding on. So maybe if I get a promotion this year, which I need to talk to my boss about, but I should, and so maybe then I'll finish that bottle off. What do we got here? The purple. Oh, somebody said the purple does look brighter. Yay! That makes me happy. Oh, sorry. Jump just chatted. Cool. Okay. Also, the chat just jumped. So there's that. But somebody said it was brighter, and I appreciate it. Yes, can see the purple herbal. Doug said, I've seen the purple the whole time. Okay, cool. It's just like, to me, it looks really dark on camera, but in reality, it's like quite bright. And all the time it hangs in front of my face, and I'm like, oh, purple. It's just so, I don't know. I love it. I just want it to be purple for freaking ever. Why is it not always? But why is that not just a natural color that we're born with? On your setup, the hair is just a hint purple. This gives a really dark red look to your right side. Oh, probably because I've got like 1 light here, and that's about it. So probably if I added more light, but it's a small room. I get whatever barrel strength I come across, no preference, but I remember loving an OESK. Nice. Yeah, it's funny because like some people know all of them and, you know, have very specific preferences kind of thing. Yeah, preferences is the word I'm looking for. Christine says she wants to win another mini Glen, so she won a mini Glen in my last giveaway. And people can pick if they'd rather have like a mini Glen or an item from my website kind of thing instead of a sample. That's absolutely an option, or like a set of 4 samples. I figure most people will probably prefer the samples. And if they're not here, you don't have to be here to win. I will be, messaging people if they win, so no big deal. Tim Corney, what's up? How's it going, buddy? I hope you're doing good. I hope it's warm. What's up, Julielle? I know you don't have to worry about it being warm. The Queen is in the house. Oh, I missed something Biking Bourbon said. Oh my god, this chat is jumping. Okay, I'm sorry. I missed it. I can't find it. Oh, I can sip on Four Roses, not my go-to. That is so funny that she immediately, there's something very particular that she's just like, no. Oh wow, this is hitting much more oak forward to me tonight. I don't know fucking shit all about this whiskey. I am not gonna lie. I should know more. This is why I haven't done a review, because I don't fucking know anything about it. I haven't done the research. Does anybody know like the age on this? Because that first sip just came off all like oaky brown sugar deliciousness. I get a hint of that floral, and probably because I'm like really looking for it. But now, somebody was saying earlier about it comes off, strong at the beginning, but once you've let it open up a little bit, wow, that is delicious. I know, was it Black Bourbon Family? Maybe it was 2 years ago that the Four Roses LE was their top whiskey of the year. Maybe it was Clifton last year who it was his whiskey of the year, but oh, now I'm seeing it much more. Glad I haven't been able to take it out for a hike yet, but wow, super curious how that'll be outside actually. If maybe the woodiness will come off too strong, because now the oak is jumping out at me. So, oh, thank you so much, Julie. Jump just chatted. Yeah, it did. And now, like, every time I'm about to say it, I'm pausing, like, what's the actual order of those words? Green would not look so great in my hair. Actually, what's funny is by having purple hair, I refuse to wear orange because I'm a Gamecock and Clemson is the worst, and I don't want to combine orange and purple. But I have, like, a couple of, like, rust orange type shirts, and I'm like, it's getting a little too Clemson-y up in here. I love Green Bay, but it just does not work for hair colors. Not good. I think I might be a little bit behind in chat. I heard they had some high age 4 roses recently. Like, whoa, a 20-year? Oh my god. That would be amazing. That would be so awesome to try. I'd be super curious to try any 20-year, like, good 20-year bourbon. Like, I've heard it can become over-oaked kind of deal. Though I do tend to prefer oaky whiskeys. I love the Knob Creek 18. But, like, I don't know. That'd be something. That'd be so cool. Yes, they're so great. Yes, they just came out. Women of Whiskies just started doing their mini glens. First, they did it for their patrons, and I think soon they're looking into maybe selling them. So, but I do have these on my website. This one is a little bit messed up. That's why it's mine. I etch these myself. So you can see on the W, there's like a long thing, and same thing on the M. Really hard to see, but I etch these myself, so not all of them come out great. But I don't, if you buy one, I'm not sending you one of the messed up ones. So I've got like a small collection of my own now that are the ones that came out too wonky for me to give to anybody. The LE are a blend of different ages, including very old well, the older ones are like really coming through. I wonder how much of the more aged stuff is in it. Because I know sometimes they'll put like, like basically a drop of like something older just to be able to say. But this really comes off beautiful. No, the oldest in there. So there is a little bit of 20-year, but it's mostly 12 and 4. Okay, so that makes sense then why it's coming. I had no idea. Honestly, no clue what the age ranges were that were in here. It's just not a distillery I'm super familiar with. We don't have much of it here in my state. So it's kind of one of those out of sight, out of mind things. But really, wow. Holding on to that one. That is delicious. Nick is the man to get those pics. Don't look at your bank account. Yeah, there are times where I'm like, okay, but I think we're done buying whiskey for the month. So the Q yeast strain for is stated as floral, rose petals on the little neck tags. Oh, okay, gotcha. So the Q is the one that's like known for being more floral. Because a part of me was like, is it all just in our heads because of the name? Or is it truly, more floral? And I honestly find them to be more floral. At least some of them. When you etch them yourself, that makes them handmade. Thank you. Yeah. Like I like to whittle. I like doing handmade things kind of thing. So like I think it's fun to etch it myself. I also have the rocks glasses, which Vasco's, did I give y'all a rocks glass where they've got mountains in them. They come that way. And then with a Dremel, because the normal etching stuff doesn't work on it, with a Dremel, I Dremel Drink with a View. But it's like, it's fun that like, you're not going to be able to buy that somewhere. I spent the time to make it myself. I, put on a good podcast, a D&D podcast lately, or a true crime one. But it's fun. You can pull up any color. Thanks so much, Julie. You're like the freaking awesomest. So I don't know what this guy is doing with you. Like you're just like way too awesome for this dude. I know, I'm just kidding, Dan. I just know she always gets a kick out of it if I give you shit. The glasses come out uniquely, makes them more about, yeah, there we go. I'll take it. I will take it. So should I have Henry? I'm appreciating that y'all are cool with their hand etched and not like getting them through like some sort of sandblasting company or whatever. But also like I wanted to do mini glens because I'm mini, so it's just fun. I love them, Christine. I love the messed up ones. Some of them are way messed up. Some of them more okay. So this is true. You have been like fucking awesome about getting some cool Whiskey Mountain stuff and also allowing me to see how it looks in real life because some of it I haven't actually seen in real life. Should I pour the Old Scout liquor lineup pick next? Liquor lineup is a store in Vegas, or this Henry McKenna. Both things that according to Patreon or just like the internet in general, I even went onto Reddit. I don't have a Reddit account or anything, but it's like one of the things that'll come up in Google to like find whiskeys that people find are floral, because I wanted to like have at least two sources say, you know, stating that this whiskey was considered floral by people before I chose it. So okay, I say one Old Scout and one McKenna. We need one more vote to make it uneven. McKenna. Okay, that's two McKennas. So we'll have the McKenna next. I'm going to go back to my, where'd it go? There it is. My little measuring glass, because I just like knowing how much I'm drinking. Sue me. I do wipe it out between, so that should get rid of most of any influence that would happen. Boop. Boop. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna do 1/2 ounce, as per usual, of the McKenna. And for anybody coming in late, I'm basically doing a springtime themed stream just to give people a break from Matt Madness training, or all the upcoming Irish stuff that I'm sure is going to happen. Just change it up a little bit, sort of deal. Not that I don't need to do some more Matt Madness training. So I could maybe do like another one, maybe like for Patreon or just in general. Maybe I'll just randomly pop up and be doing a blind flight. So what is up? Oh, now I feel bad for giving him shit. She's too awesome for me, I agree. But you'd understand that, though. Nick Barron down, too. That's fair. That's fair. I had that one coming. He is the one who's able to get his hands on the Four Roses LE and Stag. Whereas, if this channel were just up to me, it would just be Knob Creek reviews 24/7. I don't like shopping. I hate, like, whiskey hunting or shopping in general or any of it. But thank you so much, Dan. That is hugely appreciated. Yeah, Julie and Nick, one day we'll get to meet and commiserate together on having married down. So, although Nick's is more literal, whereas yours is more figurative. Just saying. You may measure the pores now, but do you remember how many? There's that. That's what the recording is for. I'm coming in hot. Oh yeah, that's Knob Creek. Still Knob Creek in the mini glen. Already forgot that that $50 super chat distracted me. Already forgot that I had poured some Henry McKenna. Doop doop doo. Everybody saying hello to each other. What is up? What's up, IC86? How's it going, buddy? And I think I saw Top Dog come in. Yeah, what's up? How you guys doing? Thanks so much for coming to hang out. That's a good point. Yeah. Which is so funny because I feel like weeders outside of a flight stick out to me really well, and I really enjoy weeders. But yeah, but they can be sneaky in a flight. So whenever I do my next blind flight training sort of thing, I'll definitely make sure Nick puts in a weeder. That's a good point. You never know what Matt is gonna throw at us. He's sneaky. That though I think it was the last one that they did of the qualifying rounds where it was all the same Knob Creek single barrel pick. I was like, oh my god, had I been on that and not gotten that, I'd have been so mad and so embarrassed. So Knob Creek reviews 24. So I mean, you know, there'd be some other stuff, but let's not lie. I love my Knob Creeks. I'm just like, I've noticed they're being a little more active on Instagram, and I'm like, notice me. Let me like work for y'all in some sort of weird way where you just give me free Knob Creek. Ugh, this is not one of the good Henry McKenna's. That. Ugh. Whoa, but it has like a really good late aftertaste. That was a very bizarre journey. It was like floral perfume, like perfume and medicinal kind of thing. And then a few seconds after I swallowed it, all the sweetness came up. And like a vanilla ice cream. That's what it makes me think of. I'm like, that feels really familiar. I'm gonna do Old Scout next. I promise. It's coming. It's coming. I got 2 votes for the Henry McKenna and 1 for the Old Scout, so I went with it. Wow, that was weird. Hey, Miracle Martinez, what's up? Stopping by to say a quick hola y cuídate. Cuídate. Telling me to be careful. And cheers. Not feeling well tonight. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better. Get some rest, buddy. So, cuídate. Look, I'm not speaking English tonight. I'm not speaking Spanish tonight. It's just one of them nights. Sana colita de rana. I'm not sure which country you're from, Miracle Martinez, but maybe you'll know that one. Probably. It still makes me so happy that that was included in Encanto. Okay, what do we got? Okay, let me try this one again. First sip is often the worst sip. That is something I very strongly believe in. There, the vanilla was much more for... Okay. This one is a crazy roller coaster. Up front, I get the vanilla. At the end, I get this, like, full vanilla creamy ice cream thing that I'm... So those parts I enjoy. There's just, like, a weird medicinal step in the middle. One more go. I would say this one is coming off more medicinal than like floral in that middle part. But it is getting better with each sip. And a lot of vanilla. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I got that much like particular vanilla note. No caramel, no like other strong sweet flavors. Just like very forward in the vanilla. I don't know the last time I got that in a whiskey. It was actually pretty good. Okay. Maybe I should revisit that one Henry McKenna. We've had, like, crap luck with Henry McKenna's, so I haven't been as into it. We had 2 bottles. One, I think, ended up a drain pour, which I think has only happened for us with 2 bottles. And it's where we've drank, like, through about half the bottle, you know, given it to other people to see if they agree, sort of deal, and just finally given up. And it's like, no, this is... You know, tried it in a cocktail, and it's like, no, I just freaking can't. Also, I think Henry McKenna was a little bit cheaper back then. Still like $35.40. Because now I think it's like $45.50. Nick would know better than me. Alright. Let me pour the Old Scout. Let me clean out my little measuring glass. It's 6:49, so in a couple of minutes, olvide mi tarea. That you forgot your card, Viking Bourbon. Let me pour Old Scout, and then I'm going to do the Patreon giveaways. I'm doing 2 tonight, so they can pick 4 samples from my collection, which means I should double check my little like online Google sheet that I have shared to my Patreons, and make sure it's up to date. I know it doesn't have the latest stag in it. And then, which I love, we got the stag batch 18. Not that I've ever been mad at a stag, but shit, that stuff is good. Like, a lot of times it can be, you know, kind of hot when you first open up the bottle, but then even just letting it sit in the glass, whatever kind of thing, it comes out. But oh my god, I love the batch 18. Haven't really watched, need to go through and watch some reviews and what other people are thinking on it, but I don't care if they disagree. They're wrong. It's so good. I love it. So, alright. It's just got like just enough spice to round out that like very strong Buffalo Trace sweet grape note sort of thing. Love it. Okay. I work in the teeth. Yo trabajo en los dientes. What kind of random phrase is that? Y'all get taught the weirdest phrases. What is going on? Okay. I did just pour the Old Scout, right? I know that's what I intended to pour. Yeah. That's what was in my hand when I said I was going to pour it. Hope so. It smells sweeter than I remember. That's why I'm a little bit confused. This is what happens when you try to talk and read chats at the same time as pouring and measuring. All of a sudden you don't know what you actually just poured. Oh, hold on. There's a very drying note. Like ethanol kind of thing. Like rubbing alcohol, like the drying aspect of that. There's kind of a sweetness though. I don't know. And I know this is, you know, MGP bourbon. This is the Old Scout from Smooth Ambler. See what we know about this one. All I know is it's 114.2 proof. So, and bottled by Adriana, for those who care. I've seen people chat about the person whose name is on the back, but I don't know anything about that. 4 from the collection, so they can pick Knob Creek 9, Knob Creek 15, Knob Creek 12, and do a store pick Knob Creek. Exactly, what's the problem? Basically, you can get like a really great Knob Creek sampler pack. I mean, how could anybody complain? I have a good, actually you can see, we've had to keep finding new spots for our bourbon, but there's a bunch of Old Forester single barrel proofs, EHT, Old Elk, Eagle Rare, Russell's Picks. Those are all down here. And there's like a whole Maker's Mark and Larceny barrel proof shelf over there. I have like some other, there's some in my linen closet because I actually had to declutter and get rid of extra bed sheets and towels to make room for whiskey. So that is where we are in this household. And it's me who's like doing it. It's like, I should really just finish off some bottles. That's where giving out samples will be helpful. Ooh, this is good. This is really opening up actually now. I know earlier I was like dry with just a hint of sweetness, but now the sweetness is actually balancing it much more out. A lot of rye. Yeah. I was trying to find... It's funny because Nick likes rye, but we don't have like almost any bottles. Like full-on bottles. Good idea for a stream. Seems like springtime already. Thank you. Thanks so much. I wanted to really just change it up. Do something that wasn't a blind flight training, or I know it's going to be, and I think it's cool that people are doing, you know, like I enjoy watching people do blind flight, especially if I get to know what's in it. Or like, you know, upcoming is going to be a lot of Irish stuff kind of thing, and that's going to be really cool. But as I don't know much about Irish, and I just did a blind, I don't know, you know, you want to do something different. Like, you don't want to have to watch the same sort of thing back to back to back to back if you're watching a bunch of whiskey too back to back. So I think Kilko did confirm I did pour the Old Scout. All right, I haven't tried it yet. No, still not much of a fan. I think I get floral and medicinal confused. Because floral can like kind of combine with herbal, which can then sort of dip over into medicinal real quick. So it's like, a hard line, I think, for me to define personally, at least. I think all of these flavors are just like, in reality, quite subtle, and you're just really trying to find what it's most reminiscent of, but like, it's not actually the exact same as the closest things we can come to describe it as, for the most part. That vanilla note, though, was very vanilla. I'll visit. Yes, I'm so excited for y'all to come, even if it means y'all are drinking Rise. But that's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait for that. Should be good. Okay. Was that? No, it was Deanna. I think it says Deanna. I'm pretty sure. Or Driana? That's the closest I can make out. It's written in cursive. I can try to hold it up. There we go. It's definitely not Sarah. Or if it is, she writes her name really weird. But yeah. That's the name that I've heard of, though. I think Bourbon talked about it before. Sipping on Casey 9-year special release one. So good. So good. I love those. So good. 9-year, 120 proof. Like, Knob Creek is a hell of a lot better, if you ask me, than this Old Scout. Took a rather big sip there. It is 6:56, so I should go ahead and switch to doing the Patreon giveaway. I don't think it's much of a surprise that the Four Roses LE is absolutely my favorite tonight. The Henry McKenna, though, got a lot better. It's still nowhere close to the Four Roses LE, don't get me wrong. So it's probably pretty close, though, between the Four Roses single barrel and this Henry McKenna. It didn't get as much floral. I think the oak covered any potential floral I was going to get on the Four Roses LE. Love that. Definitely got some floral on the regular Four Roses single barrel, and I'd say on the Old Scout, but also kind of like more just medicinal. That second sip wasn't as bad. Also, like, does the floral notes stick around as long, or do those whiskeys tend to change more as you drink through them? So many variables to take into account, y'all. All right, let me do this. So I'm not gonna share it. I'm just, well, I don't want y'all to think. Here, let me present. Share screen. There we go. Oh, that was actually, okay, so I can't see what y'all are seeing, but I've got all the entries in based on like how long you've been with me and everything. Excuse me. So that's all in here. It's already been randomized once, but I'm going to randomize it. The person who's in the number 1 slot will win the first giveaway. Oh, Leo Chavira. I see him other nights. I haven't seen him tonight. But that is awesome. I am writing that down. And now we're gonna, and I will send him a message on Patreon. And let's randomize it one more time and see. Shane Long from that's his oh, there we go. Okay, stop sharing. Whatever, his screen name kind of thing. So, but of Storytime Distillery. So that is freaking awesome. He's got a crazy collection. I'm going to, just in case, he's the type who might be like, give it to somebody else or whatever. He's been extremely generous to me, so I would love to give him some pours, but, like, just in case either of them decide to pass it along, I'm going to go ahead and come up with a backup option. So I'm just doing the same thing, randomizing again. Scott Tilton. Okay. So I've got like a backup in case anybody decides to pass it on. So, oh, holy crap. What? Thank you so much. What's happening? Really appreciate it. I honestly thought this stream was going to kind of suck because I didn't have any interesting information about floral whiskeys or spring whiskeys, though I did spend a good amount of time trying to find something interesting. So I'm really glad y'all enjoyed it. Super appreciate it. Thank you so much, Richard Pendleton. Wow, that was awesome. with that, I'm going to ask y'all to like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And the link is in the description below for Mash and Drum, who is going live now. I think he's doing a Map Madness blind flights, like 2 flights. Which I don't know how anybody does 2 blind flights in one night. I'd be so wasted. I'm also like not even 4'10". But also after that at 11 p.m. Eastern, Women of Whiskeys is going on, and I know they're doing giveaways and stuff. So the links, both of the links for those are in my description, so that you can easily get over there and check them out. But thanks so much, y'all, for hanging out. And Richard Pendleton, wow, I really, really cannot tell you how much I appreciate that and what a help that is to me. So, good night, y'all. Thank you so much. Ooh, I'm going to go back to this Four Roses Ellie. It was delicious. It was so good. Salud.